We're literally in the heart of Soho. We're in Gerry's of Old Compton Street. It is an old-fashioned off-licence. I say that in the kindest, the most respectful manner I can. It's a Soho institution. I'm with Alan, the manager, one of our customers. But Alan, before we talk about gin and stuff and the gin market,
Excuse me, you were my customer first. Before you made the gin, were our customer first. So
as this interview rolls, you'll notice that Alan is very, very particular, and it's a power thing. Anyway, Alan, Soho, Gerry's been an institution. Why is it an institution?
We've been trading for probably 33 years. We basically, if you look at the shop, we do our own thing. We don't follow any trends. We don't do anything like that. You know,
it's a gold mine. You've got everything. You literally have everything. They do.
We do what we do. You know, I mean, as I say, we don't follow trends, anything.
No.
We like to think we're more likely set trends.
There's a lot of truth in that. I mean, I've been having meetings with all the big retailers, the top end retailers, and they all know Gerry's, and that is no joke. They come in here. They actually come in here and do market comparisons and check out things, prices.
The good thing is, you see, we're not really competition for anybody.
No.
Because we don't do what everybody else does. We do our own thing. So, you know, lots of the big superstores and that, you know, Selfridges, all these, they'll send customers to us because they know that we're not there trying to steal their business.
Yeah, no, of course, of course. You mentioned that I was your customer first, which actually is technically true. You were kind enough when I started running with my gin to give us a chance. There's no doubt about that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here today.
I mean, we stock about 190 gins at the moment. We've always sold a lot of gins, always. Even going back 25 years, we had probably 5 times as many gins as anybody else. And once sort of the gin explosion happened.
And do you see that to continue, the gin explosion?
I think, to be honest with you, the gin is going to continue to grow. But what you're going to see is lots of the smaller brands are going to fall by the wayside. People who are not doing it properly, who are not so serious, who probably don't have the money to
resources to keep the business going.
Because if you keep it as a niche business, I think you're okay. It's moving up to that next level, which is where you're gonna have the trouble.
Well, that's probably where I am now, to be quite frank.
It is, and what we do is we get all the big companies as well are doing craft gins.
Yeah.
And what we prefer to do is we prefer to deal with sort of individuals who are making their gins.
Yeah.
You know, so when you first came to us and said about your gin, obviously we listened to you first because we know you're a good friend of ours. But if your gin was no good,
yeah, no, I wouldn't be here.
Would have shown you the door.
Sure.
And I think with your gin, because it's lots of gins now. I mean, we get offered 7 or 8 gins a week.
That was my next question. How many people approach you?
We have a little thing in the shop now. Every time someone offers us a new gin, we've got a little bell that we ring. You know, it just makes us laugh. We enjoy it. And lots of the gins now, when they come, they don't taste like gins. You know, because people have been so experimental, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
And they put in different botanicals and this.
Dragon's breath, horse's hair.
Yeah, and they're sort of forgetting about the juniper.
Yeah.
And what you've done, you've gone with a really honest gin with 4 botanicals. When you taste it, it tastes like gin. When you mix it with tonic, it's perfect. It's exactly what you want from a gin and tonic. You know, there's no bells and whistles. What you see is what you get.
We had, I think well, it was yourself that told me, I won't mention any names, but one of the guys from one of the big gin companies that recently sold out, tasted our gin in here and said it was bad. I think
he really liked it, yeah.
And he just said it needs a little bit more of this or that.
Yeah.
And I was saying the problem we've got is because it's a really old, authentic, illicit recipe, I can put another 20 botanicals in it, no problem at all. But it's no longer then the original illicit gin, which is the unique selling point, really.
Exactly. I think, to be quite honest with you, I think you're better off staying as you are as a classic London dry. I think, to be honest with you, I applaud you for being a plumber. I'm sure you're good at fixing pipes and stuff, but from coming from a plumber to then producing a gin, I mean, it's a totally different skill set.
Yeah.
And you've done it very, very well.
Thank you very much. Alan, you're too kind. Thank you. Cheers.
No problem at all, Ian.